It seems more in focus. I mean, it's got your eye highlighted and stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Just that specific one though.
This morning I did a Q&A with students from my alma mater, York St John, about publishing, and as a part of that obviously we were talking about my YouTube channel and how I guess I started into publishing. And recently I've been thinking a lot more about Booktube, mainly because it's now been a year since I've actually been making regular videos again. I've actually been making videos since 2011. This channel was started in 2012, so it's been a good 8-9 years of actually making stuff for the internet. And I've been thinking a lot more about my association with Booktube and where I fit in. As well in terms of making content and the community that we've all kind of created here. And because of this, all of these thoughts that were going around my head were really linked in to the Not a Booktube newbie tag. So I thought I would do it because I think it's been 3 years since that tag has been created, and I was originally tagged in it because I remember when it came out. So I'm finally doing it 3 years later. The first question is, how old is my channel? This channel started in 2012. I'd been in a different channel which was called Claire Reads before and had made friends kind of over there, left it, and then started reading Bukowski, which is this channel, which then became Claire Fenby in March last year when I decided to restart and rebrand my channel. When I was making videos in 2012, 2013, everything was so different. I watched my very first video on this channel, which is now private because it is embarrassing. When I watched it back, even the size of the video was so different. I used a webcam up until 2016. When I started making Booktube videos especially, it was a very different thing. Booktube was only really becoming a thing at that time, and at the time the majority of videos were about YA literature, and I have never really read YA literature, so I just started with the books that I was reading at the time. The majority of them were like classics because I was getting ready to go into my degree. My Booktube channel also was kind of like the StudyTube channel as well, because I was talking a lot about university and doing my A-levels, and I kind of regret that I didn't really get into the whole StudyTube thing, because I think I would have really enjoyed that when I was studying. But at the time I was one of the few people who talked about adult literature or classics, and so I found my niche by doing that, and I think I found a little community of people who have always supported me and probably still continue to watch my videos. I hope you do, and have kind of seen this change happen over the 8-9 years I've been making things to put on the internet. The second question is your favourite videos to make. Over those years, that has changed. I think at the moment I really love reading vlogs. I love relaxed vlogs in general. I think my favourite videos are always the ones where I take my camera outside and go and do stuff. So even in my most recent reading vlog I did, I was talking about books a little bit, but I was also going outside and walking around a park and doing a bit of baking. I like those quite informal videos to watch especially. I love watching them, and I think you get a real sense of someone's personality. I think you can also get a little bit more of your personality across, which is something I've kind of struggled with in my YouTube because I have quite a dark sense of humour, and I'm always the person who is trying to make people laugh in real life. And my book reviews, for instance, were always so serious, and because I was trying to be so academic that I felt like I couldn't always get my personality across. But I think in some of the more relaxed vlogs you can definitely see that a little bit more, so they're my favourite videos to make. The third question is, what is one piece of advice you would give to someone wanting to join Booktube? My advice would be to just join and just go with the flow. And just try and think about the stuff that you like watching and make that. I think there's a lot of pressure, even more now, to have your quality of your videos to be really, really good, and that's something I've personally struggled with. It's hard when everything looks so professional, but I think what really matters is you being passionate about something. So don't talk about stuff just because you feel like you should do, or maybe it's trending. Talk about stuff that you're really interested in, because that passion always comes across, and that is the most infectious thing, I think, when I'm watching someone else's video. Since joining, have you run into any unforeseen challenges? I think, if I'm being completely honest, one of the challenges at the moment is also just the algorithm, and trying to get my videos to reach as many people, as many of my subscribers as I can. I've been on this channel for a long time, but I'm not necessarily growing all the time. and I never want my stuff to just stagnate and just be there and, you know, not have any purpose. It's about continuing to engage with people and still have good engagement, because that's half of the fun of making this stuff. So I think the challenges would like be being a woman on social media, a bit of the trolling, struggling keeping up with regular content, and the algorithms, which could be hard. This is the bit when I should plug myself. If you like this video, please subscribe and turn on your notifications so you can see my videos. I never tell people to subscribe, but I think as a call to action it probably works. So if you like what you're seeing, please consider subscribing. The 5th question is, what is your favourite book or series you've read because of Booktube? I must have done. When I very first started, I read the first book in the Beautiful Creature series. I think that's what the series is called. And I read that because people were talking about it at the time and actually really enjoyed the first book. That was a really long time ago. That was probably in like 2013. It's been a long time, if I'm being honest, since I really watched a lot of Booktube videos. I'm actually getting back into it now, which is why I'm making this video, because I am really loving lots of the creators that have come up in the last couple of years I've just missed. What is your favourite aspect about Booktube? It has to be the community. I have made some of my best friends, like majority of my friends, apart from the ones I made at school, as like, you know, primary school and high school. The majority of people I've actually like loved and taken into my life as friends, made them be my friends, have been people who've also made content. And I've met so many people that have inspired me in my own career in publishing as well. Even in the comments of my videos, there are people I know who I recognise who have been around since like 2012, and you have seen me grow up and I've seen you grow up, you know? So everything is always about that interaction and about getting to meet people. I've made so many amazing friends and have read so many great books because of this community that it's just too good a thing not to be a part of. The last question is about kind of recommending a newbie, and there have been quite a few people who I have been watching. One of them is Book's Nest, who also is an Instagrammer. I'm really enjoying their content, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little list of people in the description. So I'm going to have a look around Booktube, but I would love if you could recommend me some people to watch, because I've been out of the game for like a good 4 or 5 years despite still being on YouTube, and I'm really enjoying watching Booktube again, and I really want to be a part of the community again, because I've dropped off a bit, if I'm being honest. I've let the team down. So I want to get back into watching Booktube. So if you have any recommendations of people, maybe more newbie type Booktubers that you would recommend, please let me know. I hope you are keeping safe and well, especially in these uncertain times, and I will see you again soon with another video.